What happens when the family you love calls you worthless at the table meant for gratitude? Ellie Harper sat at the edge of the Thanksgiving table, her fork hovering over a slice of dry turkey. The dining room buzzed with her family's voices, her mother's sharp laugh, her brother Nate's boasts about his new promotion, and her Aunt Clara's endless complaints about the neighbors. The air smelled of sage and tension. Ellie, 28, had driven 6 hours to be here, hoping this year would be different, hoping they'd see her. But as the mashed potatoes made their third lap around the table, her cousin Jenna leaned over, wine glass in hand, and smirked. "Ellie, you're like the cranberry sauce nobody wants you, but you're just there." The table erupted in laughter. Ellie's chest tightened, but she forced a smile. Just a leftover. The words stung, echoing years of being overlooked. She'd always been the quiet one, the one who didn't fit. Nate was the golden child, Clara the matriarch, and Ellie? She was the afterthought, the one who dropped out of college to care for their sick father until he passed. No one mentioned that. No one thanked her. Instead, they poked at her dead-end job at the library, her small apartment, her single status. "When are you going to do something with your life?" her mother had asked earlier, slicing the pie like it was Ellie's dreams. As the laughter died down, Ellie's grip on her fork tightened. Her pulse raced. She could stay silent, like always. She could laugh it off, keep the peace. But something snapped. She stood, her chair scraping the floor, and all eyes turned to her. "You think I'm a leftover?" Her voice shook, but it carried. "Let me serve you something else than the truth." The room fell silent. Nate raised an eyebrow. Clara scoffed. Ellie's heart pounded, but she didn't stop. "I've spent years cleaning up your messes." "Nate, who bailed you out when you crashed Dad's car and begged me not to tell?" "Me." "Mom, who sat with Dad every night when he was dying, while you were too busy?" "Me." "And you?" "Jenna, who cried to me when your husband cheated, then acted like I didn't exist?" "I've been here for all of you, and you treat me like I'm nothing." Her mother's face flushed. "Ellie, sit down. You're embarrassing yourself." But Ellie didn't sit. She couldn't. Not when the weight of years was spilling out. Then, a voice cut through a small, trembling one. "She's right." Everyone turned to Uncle Ray, the family's silent observer, who rarely spoke at gatherings. He sat at the far end, his weathered hands folded. "Ellie was there when nobody else was. I saw it. When my sister, your dad, was sick, she never left his side. You all acted like it was her job, but she was just a kid. She deserved better." The table froze. Nate shifted uncomfortably. Clara stared at her plate. Ellie's throat burned, not from anger now, but from the sudden validation. Uncle Ray, with his quiet presence, had just rewritten the narrative. She hadn't expected an ally, least of all him. His words gave her the strength to keep going. "I'm done being your punching bag," she said, softer now, but no less firm. "I'm not perfect, but I'm not worthless. If you can't see that, maybe you're the ones who don't belong at my table." She grabbed her coat and walked toward the door. Her mother called after her, "Ellie, don't be dramatic." But Ellie kept moving, stepping into the cold November night. The stars were sharp above, and her breath clouded in the air. For the first time in years, she felt light, like she'd shed a skin that never fit. She drove to a diner down the road, the kind with sticky booths and burnt coffee. As she slid into a seat, her phone buzzed texts from Nate, from her mom, even Jenna. Apologies, excuses, anger. She didn't reply. Instead, she ordered a slice of pumpkin pie and ate it slowly, savoring each bite. The waitress, a woman with kind eyes, refilled her coffee. "Rough night?" she asked. Ellie nodded. "Family can be tough," the waitress said. "But you look like someone who knows her worth." Ellie smiled, a real one this time. She wasn't sure what came next. Maybe she'd keep her distance. Maybe she'd give them a chance to change. But she knew one thing. She was no leftover. She was the main course of her own life, and she'd never let anyone tell her otherwise again. "Yendi."